reason and purpose for something existing. There is reason and a purpose. You must know that. And if you don't know it, will become a problem. So, purpose is the reason for which something is done, created, or exists. Purpose can be likened as intention or objective or a goal. So anytime we talk about purpose, one of the things that have to come to our mind is, why is this thing into existence? Why am I into existence? Why am I here? And I know that somebody may be asking questions this evening. How can I discover this God's purpose? If such question is in your mind, I want to ask back to you. If you have such question in your mind, how can I discover God's purpose for my life? I also have a question for you. You should ask yourself a question also. How did I come into the world? How did I come into existence? How did I come into the world? And there are two persons or personalities you have to ask this question. Are you following me? I said somebody may ask a question either openly or within himself. How can I discover God's purpose for my life? I said before the answer can be given, I also want to ask you a question. How did you come into existence? And with that question I throw back to you, I want to let you know there are two personalities you can ask that two questions. How did I come into existence? The first person you have to ask that question is God. The second person is your parents. How did I come into this world? How did I come into existence? That question must go to God firstly. You must come to God and ask him, how did I come into this world? What is your original plan for my life? Why am I born? Why am I created? Why do I have the color that I have now? Why am I in Nigeria? Why am I from the family I came from? Why am I in Friend Life Christian Center? Why am I this? Why am I? This question should go to God. Then the second person should ask that kind of question is your parents. What and what did you do? I was talking with somebody this evening. I told the person, do you really know your name? He said yes. Do you know the meaning of your name? He said yes. Do you know why that name is given to you? He said yes. That's good. And he can only know that by asking the parents or the parents telling him that this is the reason why we name you this name. Praise the name of the Lord. Praise the name of the Lord. So that is as serious as it is. So you must not in life joke with that question. If you must discover God's purpose for your life, it's very, very important. And I am standing here to tell us, in case you don't know the purpose of God for your life, number one and major purpose of God creating somebody like you is to glorify his name. Praise the name of the Lord. The number one purpose of God for your life is to do what? To glorify his name. 1 Corinthians chapter 10. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 31. Whether therefore you eat or drink or whatsoever you do, do all to the glory of God. Whatever you do in life, anything you do, whether you are eating or you are drinking, you are wearing clothes, you are going to church, you are living, you are doing business, you are working, whatever you do must not be done outside the will of God. It must not be done outside God. It must be things that bring glory to him. So you must do it to his glory. You must do it to honor him. You must do it to appreciate him. Praise the name of the Lord. So discovering your purpose in life is very, very important. It is a theme or a topic you can't joke with. Because everyone on this earth, there is a purpose hanging on your life. We are not an accident that is waiting to happen. God intentionally created you. God intentionally brought you in this planet earth. It was an intentional act. It was not by mistake. So everything about your life, about your facial look, about your character, about everything you say, it is how God has programmed you to be. So desiring to be like other person is telling God that you made the mistake of creating me the way I am. Praise the name of the Lord. I say praise the name of the Lord. That's okay. So It is very, very important, if you must succeed and live a fulfilled life, to discover God's purpose for your life. We look into scriptures before we dive into other things. Let's look into scriptures, some scriptures, and I would like some translations. First scripture we are looking at is Jeremiah chapter 1. Jeremiah chapter 1, in verse 5. Before I formed you in the belly, I knew you. So who formed Jeremiah in the belly? God. Before you were conceived, before you were formed in the belly of your mother, God told Jeremiah, what? I knew you. I know who you are. And before you came forth out of the womb, I have what? Sanctified you. I have consecrated you. I have set you apart. What we have been talking about, we have mentioned two things. Before I formed you in the belly, I what? I knew you. 2. And before you came forth out of the womb or out of the belly, I have what? Sanctified you. I have consecrated you. That's another word for that word, sanctify. I have consecrated you or set you apart. And what? I ordained you, commissioned you, what? Appointed you, a what? A prophet to the nation. That is God's purpose for the young man prophet Jeremiah. Now with this now, Jeremiah don't need to beat around the bush. He don't need to be confused. He don't need to wake up and say, I don't know what to do in life. I don't know where to start. No. With this now, the purpose of God for his life is straight, is specific, is confirmed, is direct, is open. And with this, he can run fast in life. It will be difficult for his mates who have not discovered their purpose in life to match him. And that is why it's important at this tender for you to discover who you are and what God created you for. So with this, God made known his purpose to Jeremiah. That before you were formed in your mother's belly, I knew you. And before you were born, I have set you apart, consecrated you, and I have ordained you a prophet from your mother's womb. So as you are growing, don't forget who you ordained to be. Don't forget the reason why you are consecrated. Don't forget the reason why you are born. That the reason why you came to this planet Earth is not to be a carpenter. Oh. Did you hear what I said? Jeremiah, the reason why you came to this planet Earth is not to be a singer. It's not to be an instrumentalist. It's not to be an architect. No. It's not to be a footballer. Jeremiah, the reason why you are on this planet Earth is to be what? To be prophet unto the nation. So any day Jeremiah fell on this duty, he will have an issue. He will have a problem. He can live 100 years without being fulfilled. Praise the name of the Lord. Church, are you hearing what I'm saying? So, one of the things God wants us to do as we are coming up is to make an inquiry, is to come to him who happened to be our manufacturer. Because every manufacturer manufactures things for a reason. Help me, give me that chair, please, sir. What do you think that the manufacturer have in mind when he was manufacturing this? What? Hey, talk back at me. What? Talk boldly. You are getting it. The reason for this chair is to what? To sit down. That's why the man or the company that manufacture to give people comfort when you sit down. Is it true? The reason for people who manufacture this microphone is what? To amplify our voice, to help us speak audibly and loud to the hearing of audience. Am I talking sense to you? So the reason why you are born also is to do what? Number one reason and major reason is to do what? To glorify God. Is it true? To worship God. Is it true? Now every other thing is secondary and it can follow. So at this point, if you don't know what you are called to do in life, the reason and the purpose of God for your life, you will struggle. And if you discover it late, it means you are going to, become who God wants you to become, even at narrow point or escape. And so you must start this journey on time. Some of us did not have the opportunity to sit as you are sitting down now to hear what you are hearing. Am I talking sense to you? It is just God that helped us and helped us navigate into our destiny and purpose in life. Some of us didn't know. I told you what I intended to be in life. It's not, Pastor, I intend to be in life. That was not, I didn't see it as my calling or as the purpose of God for my life. I was seeing a different thing. But circumstances is what brought me here. Huh? Yes, something brought me here, which I've told some of you over here. The reason why I didn't plan to stay in Lagos, no. I didn't have Lagos as a place of my whatever, no. So I came in search of something that brought me here. And through that I lost over there in the east, that brought me to Lagos, I was able to discover my purpose by God's grace. Though I like power, as I've told you, I like power so much, and I wanted to have power from the other side, want to operate from the other angle. I thought that that's what God wanted me to, the area or angle was pushing me to. So when I lost my result, my GC result, WAEC result, that I was at a Federal Polytechnic in Nekede, I was processing my admission. I get to the table. He said, the result you are using have been cancelled. I said, how? That is not possible. So he opened her registrar and showed me the place. See if I doubt I can go to WAEC office at Owerri. I left that place and went to Owerri. They brought one registrar, that is very big. And the woman took time and brought to the exam the result of that year. I said, Siam, it has been cancelled. See if I don't believe I should go to Lagos. That's how I came to Lagos. Went to Ogba, went to Jibowu, the center. I have to reside here. Begin to look for a solution to see how I can survive, I can succeed. I didn't know that God had a plan because, just as I told you, before I got admission, I've zeroed my mind the court I'm going to join over there. Well, I have not even get to school. So, I will show mercy to whom I will show mercy. So God lost me, so I have programmed and planned my way. The court I will join. And if that result was not cancelled, forget it. This man may not be alive now because I will go to be rugged and brutal in that society, and I will do things that will take my life early and on time. So that's how God delivered me. At the cost of coming to Lagos, nothing works. And since we had no plan of coming to Lagos, this is the reason why I came. So I have to stay behind. At the end of the day, I did manner of things here in Lagos. Huh? Did you hear what I say? I say I did all manner of things here in Lagos. The best place to talk about that, Abi? I did all manner. I turned to Semia, bro, somehow. I remember one day I entered the motor from Oshodi to him. I was living at Oshodi. I wear one crazy jean, short, and one singlet. So as I entered the Molue bus, a woman, an elderly woman came. I relinquished my seat for her. So I stood. So I collected money. I said, no, I'm a staff. I have a small stature, but I'm a staff. At the end of the day, they try as they could to no avail. I insist. The motor left Oshodi, Pia to Wima. My bus stop, I have two bus stops that can lead me to my place. Either People's bus stop or 2nd Avenue bus stop. So when they get to People's, I want to come down, they block me. I thought it's okay. You will see what I will do to you today. As you didn't allow me to come down here. So we moved to the 2nd bus stop. I want to call and they say no. So we reached the 1st bus stop. They didn't allow me. So I said, oh my mind, we reached the last bus stop. Everybody alighted there. It remained only me. So lo and behold, I discovered that we have 5 hefty men reserved. That is part of the, either the driver or conductor or the part of the whatever. I said, So if I move from the back door, they block me. If I move from here, they block me. I asked the conductor, how much is that money? It was 20 Naira then. I say, take. By this time tomorrow, you don't tell. What will happen to you, you will not believe it. Ojaba conductor now. So I came down from the front door. Conductor came down from the back door. As I move, he rushed me and give me my money back. I don't get anything and I threat. And I have to trek from last bus stop, from Wima last bus stop, back to my bus stop for doing Abro. Yes. So all those things came my way that could have distracted me from God's purpose. I did business at Under Bridge. I have done business at a, what do you call it? We had a sell okreka at Ablewa, that's it. Normally give money to somebody who went to Cotonou and buy goods. If you see where we are selling okreka, you'll be surprised. With bear. So we have done a lot of things that looks as if it is God's purpose for our life. But all of that to no avail. I'm telling you. So this is how I came to Lagos, and with that, one of the days out of frustration, they said there is one evangelist. That's the man that took me to clearing. We went to him, and we were about, I think, 4 people. Went there. After praying for others and see vision for them, at the end of the day, he said I should fast for one of the people and conclude the fasting for them. This man know they see, because if they see, he go know why I am here. This is where they tell me, know them, my plan. Yes, I wait I need, but I don't. That time I know see him. So at the end of the day, as somebody is desperate for a solution, we came back. The following day we start the fasting, and we have to fast. I don't know how to pray much, and we did all we did and conclude as I know. That's all. Life began from there. I did all manner of things to survive here to no avail. So that marked the beginning of discovering my purpose in life, unknowingly to me. So through that man too, we become more close. And also, I got a job there. From there, I think before the year I became born again. We were still in the same church. And in other department, we went through all we need to went through to become part of the church, to become a member, become a worker. And the man was still helping me on that, and we're growing. It was become somehow my mentors of that time, because that's the only person I can able to lay hold on in Pentecostal. And also at the end we meet Bro Stephen in the same church, and all of us will start growing. And gradually, the purpose of God began to unfold. I began to discover the purpose of God. That what I was looking at the other side, this is where I am meant to be. So the Bible school I supposed to attend, supposed to be at Ikweru. That is Assemblies of God Bible School. That's where I'm supposed to go. But one thing led to another. The thing didn't work. We're supposed to go together, me and Bro Stevie. We went to the school and they investigated, but at the end of the day, that's by the way. So, directly or indirectly, this is how God helped me to discover my purpose in life. That I am ready to lay down my life as long as this work is concerned, because that is me. Did you hear what I said? That's where I find fulfillment. That's where I find joy. That is God's plan and purpose for my life. So, have you discovered your own? Have you asked a question? We have seen that Jeremiah's own is to also call to ministry. And the specific call as what? As a prophet. It was defined and made clear to him. So, you can't live your life on game base. You can't live your life just at random. You must be specific. You must understand who you are. The moment you discover God's purpose for your life, it is about 70% of becoming who God wants you to become. It is 70% fulfilled life. Discovering the purpose of God in your life, you have succeeded in achieving 70% of what you could have struggled here on earth. I am telling you. And so one of the things you will do, as I said, that somebody may be asking, Pastor, how can I discover this purpose of God? I have said earlier, there are 2 personalities you have to ask questions. And I first of all ask you, have you asked yourself a question, how did I come into existence? If you have asked that questions, the 2 personalities of 2 people you can ask questions is God and your parents. God How did I come here? What and what did you do? And how can somebody ask God such kind of question? So number one step of discovering God's purpose for your life is prayer. Somebody shout prayer. Make out time. Go to God in prayer. This is not a prayer you have to be in a haste. No, calm down. When you want to pray this kind of prayer, do what? Calm down. Have patience. Have a relaxed mind. Wait. Keep waiting. Job will say, all the days of my appointed shall I wait until what? My change come. You must wait patiently. Whenever you are praying to confirm, to discover, to know God's purpose for your life. It is not a prayer you should rush. It's not a prayer you should pray in a haste. It is a prayer that requires patience and waiting upon the Lord for clarity. Now, what does it profit a man to jump into what is not in God's agenda for his life and think that he's doing something and waste all the whole year before he realizes it, than to wait without doing anything and say, God, what is your intention for my life? What is your purpose for my life? That I must get it before I step out. A young man studying in Futo, I think engineering, and came out was not fulfilled. He was restless. He didn't know anything that he can say, this is the reason why I spent 5 years in Futo. And so one day, as I was told, he met a man of God that told him that what you read is not what you're supposed to read. That he's supposed to read banking and finance. This guy have to start afresh. Bought JAMB, start for JAMB, pass JAMB, and roll into university and study that. That is when he begin to have joy. What you are doing in life does not really matter if it is outside the will of God. So spend quality time in prayer to ask God, why am I created? What is your original plan for my life? What am I created to do? Who am I created to become in life? Please, Baba, help me. I tell you, when you pray that prayer 1 day, 2 days, the third day, answers must come if you are sincere to yourself. It will be like the scream. You will see it. You will see yourself. So some of you that are here now that have never discovered, please, this is opportunity. Go back to God. Pray. Shut your ears from every distraction, from everything that you need to hear that will not add value to this you are pursuing in life. Concentrate. Tell God, it is one thing that's bringing me here, and that is to discover your purpose for my life. Are you catching something? Am I saying something? It's okay. So, you must ask God. And somebody may say, how can I ask God? You ask God through prayer. Praying for God's direction in your life. Praying for God's purpose to be made manifest and will be revealed to you. Prayer is a great way we can use to discover and fulfill our God-given purpose in life. Prayer is a vital tool that can help us to discover the purpose of God and fulfill that purpose. And so, everyone sitting down here today, even if you didn't grab anything, as long as this topic is concerned, one thing I want you to lay hold on is that prayer is one of the two you need if you must discover God's purpose for your life and if you must fulfill it. Because a lot of people are afraid of prayer and they think that's why people of the world, they will go to native doctor and say, beg, check this my son. Who is he? Some people are palm readers. Have you heard about them? They will look into your palm. They will tell you the kind of person you are. Some of them are fat. Some of them are somehow. But we don't need to believe that because we have a God that can tell you details about your life. So make inquiry. And it will work. Very, very. Make inquiry. So you don't need to sit down. It's out of laziness or whatever that makes people to find it difficult to make inquiry from the Lord. And there are many ways you can discover. You can discover your purpose in life through circumstances. Just as I told you, one of the things that helped me to discover where I am meant to be in circumstances. If they didn't cancel the result, I may still be there thinking of how to become something else somewhere. But God, who loves me, who knew me, who has my interests at heart, shut the doors of those distractions. Shut the doors of those negative approach. Shut the doors that will not add value to me, that will not help me fulfill the purpose. And redirected me to this place. So the result I lost, it was here. I sat for another exam and got it. By the grace of God. I went to Bible school up to master's by his grace. By this year now, I'll be graduating from university by May.